What's poppin', YouTube? It's your girl Ariel, and I'm back with another video. As y'all can see from the title, this video is about something. I might not be covering everything, but I'm covering the aspects that's recently been popping up. So before we get into this video, make sure that at some point that you like, comments, especially if you have input or you want to add something. If I missed anything, most likely I'm gonna miss a whole lot. But if you want to add something, you're more than welcome to put it in the comments down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, I said subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, so let me say, if you're new, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. Yes, hi. How are you today? You're good? I'm good too. That's what's up. You add me on all my social medias. Because you're a real one. Add me. And yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so I didn't really have problems with self-love until I moved where I'm at right now. And when I moved, I was like elementary, so I was like 5th grade. That was the exact grade I moved, 5th grade. And during 5th and 6th grade, I got picked on a lot, so I developed a lot of insecurities, and I started doubting myself a lot and everything like that. Like a lot of things I was confident about with myself, I doubted. I started criticizing myself a lot, and I was really very, very, very hard on myself with certain things. Some things didn't get to me, but other things, it got to me, got to me. Middle school, 7th grade, middle school, I moved, and I didn't come back until the end of 7th grade. They still had a month left in 7th grade. I didn't come back until a month before summer, y'all. And at this point, I was over it. I was mad because I had to come back, and I really didn't care. I really did not give 1 cent. I didn't care. And I think that attitude kind of helped me out, because 8th grade year, due to the fact that how I was acting the last month of 7th grade year, nobody really said nothing to me like that. Nobody really made fun of me, I guess you can say. People that did when I was in elementary apologized. All the people that I remember apologized. So a lot of my insecurities kind of went away, but along with the old ones going away, of course, new ones popped up. And there was this girl, I'm gonna say because she made a real big difference in my self-love thing. This is when I really started getting on myself about downing myself, and really started evaluating my insecurities and being comfortable with them, and actually liking my flaws that I was once insecure about. There was this girl, she was very outgoing, but she was mean. She seemed like she was nice, but she was mean at the same time. She had an attitude, and I think that was her last year too. But she stayed in trouble, so she was in and out of school, in and out. And I remember, I was in PE, yeah, because we was in the gym. I was in PE, and normally in PE I do work. This particular day, I didn't have no work to do. The coach wouldn't let us go to the weight room, because normally I'll go to, if I had no work to do, I'll go to the weight room and I will watch Kim Possible. Don't judge me. Kim Possible was my show. It was my show. Okay. Other than that, so Raven, boom. What you mean? Okay. Kim Possible. And I was just quiet. I I didn't talk to everybody. I was shy. I still am in some type of ways. Sometimes. Depends on who I'm around. And yeah, and this girl, I don't know what it was, but she asked me, because I think somebody came up to me and asked me some stuff, and it was like, you're so quiet, whatever. And she was like, she said something. She was just like, you too pretty to be shy. Trust me, high school is gonna She's like, high school's gonna knock that right out of you. They're gonna flip you around. Because you're too pretty to be shy, you know. You don't need to be worried about what none of these people say, and da da da. You know, and I can't remember the whole thing. But she was like, but I remember she's like, you too pretty to be shy. That's the part that kind of stuck with me. And I'm just like, thank you. And, yeah, just stuff like that. But I realized that my flaws made me different. I'm sorry. It made me me, it made me different. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But yeah, she gonna help me because after that, I stopped down talking myself a lot. Because her, what she said. I stopped down talking myself a lot. I learned to really embrace stuff that made me different. And, I guess you could say that people didn't really like about me. So I made sure that everything that people didn't really like about me, I loved about myself. And that came in handy throughout my high school career, because I stopped being so insecure about everything. I was more comfortable with myself, and in the long run, it actually helped me out. Because by the time I hit 12th grade, you couldn't tell me nothing. Okay, so moral of that, what I learned is sometimes your insecurities and sometimes things people say about you can really cause you to down yourself, and that's something that you don't need to do. Don't down yourself, like, and if you do, kind of correct yourself about it, because I know sometimes I will still like just down myself about something, but then I have to turn around and kind of just get on to me about it, because like that's not a good thing to do, I guess you could say. Like, it really isn't a good thing to do. Like, it will cause problems, because if you keep on saying negative stuff about yourself, after a while you're going to believe it. You are going to believe it, and there's nothing like, and it's hard to go back after that point, you know. It's hard to get back to a place that you were, and in a way you won't really get back there, you know, because you'll still be working on not doing something. Like, I do not have the confidence that I had in 4th grade. I really wish I did though, but I know I'm working towards it, and I'm trying, and I'm embracing certain things that I really wouldn't that I really would down myself about, or not like about myself. So yeah, don't down yourself, don't insult yourself, and don't let nobody else do it towards you. Like, and so let's go to college. My first 2 years of college was good, so I'm gonna say the year that I just finished, like my junior year of college. I went to a new school, went to a university, and I met a person, and you know, the person, they came up to me, and it was like, because we had a class together, and they came up to me, and you know, they seemed like a really cool person, so you know, I gave them the time of day to talk to me and everything like that. I really didn't want to talk because I was watching my show, but I didn't want to be rude and be like, can you kind of just go away? So yeah, I gave them the chance to talk and everything like that. And yeah, we ended up exchanging numbers, and we ended up being friends. Had I known what I know now about the person, I just really wouldn't have gave her the time of day, you know. Like, it would have been like a hi bye type thing. It wouldn't have been a full-blown friendship. I noticed a lot of things about her. Like, a lot of times it seemed like something about her, she just had a negative attitude to her things, like a natural negative attitude. Like, everybody have an attitude, but hers was naturally negative. Like, it wasn't nothing positive. Like, every now and again she tried, but you can tell that it really wasn't her. It just wasn't something that she was used to, and it wasn't her cup of tea. I'm gonna say it wasn't her cup of tea. Yeah, it wasn't her cup of tea. But, I tried to kind of change that around. I told her that, that kind of bums me out, bums me out, like, y'all. And, after a while, that negative attitude became a whole negative vibe. Like, being optimistic wasn't something that was in her, and it wasn't something that you could do around her and it be successful, because it seemed like every time I was optimistic about something, she'd shoot that optimistic right down. Like, she'd shoot my positive thinking or my positive energy about something down. And after a while, it became draining, so I stopped really talking about certain things that I was either hoping for or being optimistic about. Certain things I might say, but it wasn't like into detail, and I wouldn't try to be positive about it with her, because I didn't feel like hearing the negative that she had to say. And that takes a toll on you when you have a friend or something like that, and you really can't talk to them because they're that type of person. And so I think, like, why are we even friends in the first place? Yeah, but she had some good qualities about her. She was nice. She was nice. I would say good-hearted. I really would. But sometimes good-hearted in certain ways isn't good. And then it felt like once we became like more comfortable with each other, after you spend so much time with someone, you become more comfortable with them. It seemed like certain things she said, like negative things, like I don't know how to put it, but like certain things, like negative things she said about me in a joking way. Sometimes you really have to pay attention to that stuff, because most of the time it's not joking. Most of the time they really feel that way, and I found that out when we really stopped being friends. Like, so yeah, sometimes like you really have to watch. So with that, it's like you really have to watch who you put yourself around, who you surround yourself around. Don't be around constant negativity, because it's going to drain you, and you're going to find yourself being negative towards everything, even towards yourself. Like certain things that you done made progress on and stuff like that, you're going to go back to downing yourself or doubting something that really, in reality, you don't need to. Like, you really, in order to really get where you want to be, you gotta have a positive mindset, and those type of people hold like that type of energy around you, kind of hold, not even kind of hold, they hold you back. It holds you back a whole lot. That type of energy holds you back. So you really gotta watch that, and you really gotta pay attention to what people say about you, even if it's, especially if it's negative, even if it's faced or presented as a joke or playing around. Sometimes it's not just that. Sometimes you really just have to kind of like sort it out yourself and be like, well, what you supposed to mean by that? Because sometimes most of the time that's really how they feel. So yeah, watch who you hang around. Try to surround yourself with positive people, with people that's not going to drag you down but lift you up. Someone that's constantly just insulting you or something like that, insulting you and negative around you, and just you don't need them type of people in your life. You need to kind of cut those people out, whether it's fast or slowly but surely. Cut them out, because you don't need them in your life. Next is social media. So a lot of times we as people, humans, right, we compare ourselves to people we see on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Snapchat, don't matter. You see somebody and you see that it seems like they living good or their life is perfect or whatever, and you kind of start comparing yourself to them and everything like that, and you kind of start downing the way you are or the way you live or the way you look and stuff like that. You don't need to do that, because you don't know what type of life they really have. And what I mean by that is you only see what they want you to see when it comes to social media. You don't see everything. You don't see that they're struggling with depression, or that the cute couple goals, whatever you want to say, that is abusive or toxic. But it's a whole nother, when you look, like you really look, what you don't know what they're going through. Like, you don't know their life, you don't know their circumstance, you don't know what they've been through, and you don't know in turn, you don't know where they're going. Don't down your current circumstance because you see somebody else that looks like they're in a better circumstance. I said better. A better circumstance than you. You don't need to do that. Like, that has an effect on you too. Like, you don't know their life. You really don't know their life. Yeah, that's some stuff that's something that I really struggled with, especially with the social media thing, because you see all these people on social media and they have an idea of what something's supposed to look like, or what's considered good and what's considered bad, and what I don't even know how to put it, but y'all, I think y'all get this sun, right? The sun. I think y'all get what I'm trying to say though. I really think I don't like that. Too much sun. I think y'all get what I'm trying to say though. Like, don't do that. Don't do it. Like, cause you don't know what they're going through. You don't know. You only know what they show you, and sometimes that's not even right. Even being honest, like, you don't know. I also learned that you have to kind of boost yourself up. You can't depend on other people to do something that you can do yourself. Don't let your conditions, don't let your environment, don't let your environment affect you. Don't let the things that surround you affect you. Meaning, if you're in a harsh place and the things around you is harsh too, sometimes something beautiful can grow out of that harshness. Something good, and that can be you. Like a flower out of concrete, right? I'm pretty sure I got that from a song. But yeah, the concrete's hard, and it's stinky, and it's for plants. It's a harsh environment type thing. But when this concrete, after a while, after it cracks and it breaks down, you start to see flowers form in the cracks, and be the flower. The concrete can be the situation you're in, the environment you're in, or something like that, what you're going through, your circumstances. But you can be the flower that blooms from it, Yeah. So to kind of shorten it into a little review, embrace your flaws and your insecurities. Stop caring about what people think about you, because not even sometimes, most time it don't even matter. A lot of times it don't even matter. All the time, what people think of you don't really matter. What you think of yourself is really what matters. be careful who you hang around and who you call your friends. Pay attention to the things they say about you, you know. Also, let me add something. Pay attention to what they tell you and what they don't tell you, because you can have a friend and you consider them your best friend, and people can be talking about you behind your back, and they will sit there and let them, and they won't say nothing to you, and they won't say nothing to them, you know. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to what they say about you, whether it's positive or negative, especially if it's negative and it's like they're joking. Most of the time, that's how they feel, you know. That's how they feel. Like, that's how they genuinely feel. They're just trying to pass it off as a joke, you know. Pay attention to that, because you don't need no friends that's going to constantly just bring you down, whether they're joking around or not. You don't need no friends that's going to have a constant pessimistic attitude towards you, or towards stuff that you're trying to be positive or optimistic about. You don't need that. It's only going to bring you down. It's not going to get you any further. Don't compare yourself, or don't wish somebody else's circumstances on yourself, because like I said, you don't know their circumstances. You see what they want you to see when it comes to social media. They don't show you everything. They show you the good parts. They don't show you the bad, you know. They only show you the good parts, because that's the only part they want you to see. And another thing, I think that was it. Oh, don't let your circumstance and your environment and everything like that kind of get to you. Don't let it affect you. Don't let it harm you. Be the good that grows out of it, you know. Be the good that comes from it. Let it help you be better, you know. But don't let it turn you to something you don't need to be. Don't let it turn you. Don't be a product of your environment or your situation or something like that. With the friends thing, don't try to keep friendships together if they're constantly breaking apart. Sometimes you really just need to let that friend go. And it goes for relationships too. So yeah, that's my video. That's things I've learned. Make sure that you like. I hope that you commented, especially if you made it in this video. I hope that you commented. I hope that you told me what you agreed on, what you disagreed on. I hope you added something in, you know. Please do. If you're new and you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you were able to kind of grasp what I was talking about, and also add something in the comments, or just learn something. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you subscribe, and that you are subscribed, and press that notification bell so you can get notified when I post. Also, add me on all my social medias, which will be on the screen down below. I said down below, never mind. Which will be on the screen somewhere and in the description box down below. Hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys, you beautiful people, next time.
Black Benzes, black fancy, black bag full of old white man. It's a whole queen with your whole mic hand. Would you show me a little black girl? Look, black Benzes, black fancy, black bag full of old white man. It's a whole queen with your whole mic hand. Would you show me a little black girl magic?